So like I was just saying, it was very important that we made this line because you guys are talking about Black people and farms and how our role within that. So can you just talk about a little bit about how this story came to life and how you went about making sure that you accurately told our story?
Of course. I think the genesis of this project, because both on my mother's side and my father's side, they had land both in the South and Mississippi and Louisiana. And so my great-grandparents had a profound connection to the land. And so I really wanted to highlight that with this film. And I think we haven't really seen many films depicting Black farmers or Black agrarian life. And I think it was important to do something, not just talk about the strive or the obstacles, but also to understand the importance of legacy and lineage, but also that land and having a home is a sanctuary, it's a refuge, and I think it was essential to kind of do that with this film. So,
how did you guys go about finding like research, or like how did you guys go about doing your research for this film?
I started with looking at centennial farms. I wanted to look at farms of farmers who've owned land over 100 years, and a lot of the Black farmers who did own land were like in the Mississippi Delta or in the southern region. And so actually it was my mother who came across the Contavia Williams family farm, and they've owned land since 1883. So to me that was very significant to kind of to highlight this big lineage of these farmers and their community as well.
And then talking to the producers, can you just explain like your role and just the impact that you want this film to have?
Okay, so hi. So when Brittany reached out to me, I guess it's about 6 years ago. I can't believe it's like that long ago in 2019. And I've had, I've been doing this for a while. So often, like, when first-time filmmakers reach out to me, I'm very excited to see like what they're trying to do and how I can support. Is there like sort of like a synergy? And certainly when I saw some of the footage that Brittany shared with me, and I saw how like this has the potential, not necessarily like in a talking head kind of way, but really in an evocative, experiential way to sort of elevate sort of like larger issues around, farming and particularly how it impacts Black farmers and legacy and all of those things. And I was also looking for some creative challenges and in a good way, like meaning like I was just feeling a little bit in a rut, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so different than what I've seen in a long time. So I was like, I want to do whatever I can to support her, and so that's how I joined the project. In terms of impact, someone asked me about that a little bit earlier. I think, one of the things that I think of as a filmmaker, as a documentary filmmaker, is impact, and thinking about the film not so much like it by itself is going to do all of the work, but really how can we leverage it as a tool to make a difference in the issues and in the communities that are impacted by whatever issues are explored in the film. So what I hope is like part of our impact campaign is to like, partner with organizations and people and legislators and it could be like civic, it could be legislative, it could be all community, local communities. I really believe in local, impact too, to like sort of figure out how they can do use the film to, elevate the work that they're already doing on the ground, because they're the experts at the end of the day about like what we need to do. So we kind of like bring our film as like, how do we, work in service to like this larger issue, because it's obviously, one of the things I was trying to remember a statistic that I can't remember the numbers, but like for the past century, like the land ownership has dwindled like dramatically among Black people and Black farmers. Like really dramatically. So it's a very urgent, issue that I don't think people like even understand or know about. In
the end, everything will be carved in stone.